I'm trying some different things. I hope you guys like the new setup. Yes, I'm drinking from a jar. It has come to this. Hey crew, welcome to the Spiritual Social. I'm Lexi, your local light worker. I'm so happy that you are here with me today, that you clicked on this reading. I hope you'll stay, and I hope you will choose one of these 4 crystals that I have here placed in front of you. Today, I will help you find an answer, an inspiring and hopefully clear enough answer. Keep in mind that Mercury is still retrograde, so there could be any blunders that come up. But I'll do my best to try to give you these answers to the question: what is your next romantic relationship like? Who is it going to be with? What are the character traits of your partner? What can you expect in love next? This reading is specifically designed for those of you who are single, those of you who are looking to manifest a new connection. It may not apply so well to those of you who are already in a partnership, but you could be in a partnership that is no longer making you happy and you're looking for something different. So in that case, this can also apply to you. Don't worry, my coupled up people, I have more readings related to how to maintain your connection, what is the energy that is coming next. I would strongly advise that you subscribe and click the bell for receiving notifications, because I have a couple more readings coming your way for both my single people and my coupled up people. Now, all this being said, let me show you the crystals. They are so cute. So I have here this baby blue Angelite stone for you, group 1. For group 2, I have this rough citrine. For group 3, I have this lavender lepidolite. It's a palm stone. And for you, group 4, we have here the OG quartz for love, which is rose quartz. Yeah. Please ignore my nails. I didn't have time to actually organize them or make them look very cute. I will do this in the next clip. In the meantime, I hope you will enjoy my rings. Thank you kindly for being here. Thank you for being part of my I'm tripping over my words already. So thank you kindly for being here. Thank you for being part of my crew. I hope that you will enjoy this reading, and I'll see you at your specific choice. Hey group 1, hello darlings, welcome to your specific reading. So let's find out the details of your next romantic relationship. And this is for those of you that were drawn to this Angelite, round, gorgeous stone. I already can tell that this person that's going to enter next into your life is somebody who is quite soft. They have a soft approach, a soft kind of power. They could be somebody who enjoys reading, writing. They're a bit more intellectual. They could be, the prototypical nerd or geek, a person that wears glasses and spends a lot of time in libraries, but they don't necessarily have to be that stereotype. Just a person that is reflective, more of a thinker than a doer or a really impulsive, athletic kind of individual. Now let's see what the cards are saying. So you got the Sentinel, determination and certainty. Wow, look at the power of this card. And I see here swords. So it may potentially be that you will enter into a connection with a Gemini, Libra, and an Aquarius, one of the 3. I don't know if with all 3 of them. I mean, you do you, boo. We have here Otter, number 8, water energy. So this could be a person that has a sun in Gemini, moon in Cancer, a sun in Aquarius, moon in Pisces, something of that nature. They are quite nurturing, sensitive, soft, artistic, romantic in privacy, but when they are out in public, they can be a bit more detached. They can be a great communicator. They can talk up a storm. They can also be quite sociable. Now let's see what the tarot cards have to say. So we have here the 4 of acorns, and the keywords are comfort and community. 6 of crystals, and the keywords are synergy and gratitude. I have here the 7 of feathers, preparation and resourcefulness. And I also have here the 2 of feathers, decision and direction. Okay. I'm just going to let you know that potentially you may be in a connection with somebody who's a little bit overweight, but that's not necessarily unattractive, just that this person is a bit more on the heftier side, you know. I feel that overall they will be quite healthy and they are very strong, very capable, I'm also hearing. This individual, irrespective of how they look, they just have a really caring, positive energy. They're very communicative. They jump to help their friends. They may receive phone calls from their friends a couple of times a day, and they're well connected. They have friends all over the place, in high places and in the neighborhood, and they have a very peaceful approach to conflict. Like if a person comes at them with a negative vibe, they're not going to fist fight that individual, you know, to teach them a lesson or to put them back in their place. This person is going to communicate. They're going to find an intelligent solution to whatever problem that appears. I see here the Six of Crystals that your relationship will be peaceful. It will be a very calm, friendly connection. You both may begin as friends. Some of you will meet this person while you are taking a language course, while you are getting maybe your teacher certificate, teacher training preparation. You may meet this person while you are in the library or in a secondhand bookstore browsing for books. This person can give you tips and pointers, like you may reach for the same book, your hands touch and you start, you know, laughing about the whole situation, and then you chat each other up. This person, for some of you, may be introduced to you by other friends. So you know a friend that knows this guy, and this is how you meet. Your person knows, has been telling your friend what they like, and your friend realizes that, hey, you got a lot of things in common with this person I know. How about, you know, I just give you their phone number and you talk about it. I'm also hearing that this person may enjoy sci-fi, so sci-fi novels, science fiction. And they are an individual that could be very eager. They have this Labrador personality, you know, like, hi, how are you? Oh my God, I can't wait to talk to you. You know, I have so much to tell you. I am getting that they may struggle a little bit with boundaries. This is why sometimes they could overeat or oversleep or overdrink. They are an individual that could struggle to say no to their friends, you know, like they're very eager to help, and sometimes they don't understand that they first need to help themselves and then they can help other people. They will struggle to know that they cannot rescue everybody. This person wants to rescue everybody. Like, I'm sure that if you walk with this person down the street and they see a wounded dog, this person is going to take it to the vet, you know. So your plans for the day will change. Expect that with this individual. You have to stay quite flexible. But you are dealing here with somebody who has been in situations in which they were very criticized in the past, and this taught them how to be forgiving and kind-hearted. With the Two of Swords and the Seven of Feathers here, the Two of Swords and the Seven of Swords, they're both feathers in this deck, and this deck represents feathers as swords. I see here that this person struggled with making decisions in the past. They could have been very indecisive growing up, and people took advantage of that, and they may have swindled them or stole some of their ideas. They may have bragged to their friends about some interesting idea that they had to open a business, and then that friend took that idea and opened the business for themselves. So this person may need to know how to keep things for themselves. They are more of an extrovert than an introvert, in spite of the fact that they enjoy communication, and in spite of the fact that they carry this very strong presence, like people don't want to mess with them because physically they know that they're going to lose the fight. This person doesn't use their muscle power to attack somebody or to defend themselves, you know, only if the situation reaches an extremely intense point and they have to fight for their life, you know, or for other people's lives. So you're dealing here with a family-oriented, very sweet, very cuddly person who's sociable. They love to laugh. They love to be surrounded by friends, food, pets, family. They're a little bit messy, but at the same time, they're very approachable and friendly. Like, I wouldn't put it behind this person to take you out on a date and you guys talk a lot and you get to know a lot about each other, because this person will ask you a lot of questions since they are very curious. And then maybe you may mention that something is broken in your house, and this person offers to take you home and repair, I don't know, your faucet or change a light bulb or whatever it is that you need repairing. So this person is very friendly. I mean, I don't think that they will expect anything in return for you for the fact that they helped you. But yeah, expect these kind of things. You know, this person may give you gifts, or they may jump in to help you without necessarily kind of wanting something in return, which is a very noble trait to have nowadays when everybody's looking out to kind of like swindle everyone else. So I think that this person is not going to do this to you because it's been done to them and they know how much it hurts, you know. Now, I also have here 2 cards that are going to tell me the outcome of your relationship. Yeah, I wanted to give you this little tidbit of knowledge. So we have here birds, and birds energy is number 12. Again, highly communicative energy. And we have positivity, and we have Leo. Yeah, so in terms of this person's birth chart, I can see that they may have, for example, a Leo ascendant, a sun in Aquarius, a moon in Cancer, for example, right? So maybe a watery moon, which makes them incredibly sensitive and in touch with their feelings, a person that likes to be surrounded by close loved ones, family, friends, people that they're familiar with, a person that really enjoys the time that they have spent at home with their loved ones. But they're also sociable. They also are well connected. They know people in the building in which they live. They helped people a lot, you know, in their area. They may have also been in their youth, like involved with Boy Scouting, Girl Scouting, tracking criminals in neighborhood watch community, you know. They may have also lobbied or canvassed, you know, for a political cause. They just have this energy of, I want to join the ranks, I want to help people, you know, I want to help a community, I want to make life safer and better for people around them. They could potentially also work in this type of environment, like for a humanitarian organization or for the local police department, or I'm getting as well, they could be a building administrator because they got to know everybody and everybody liked them in their building, that everybody voted for this person to be like the administrator. Like their phone is going to ring quite often when you will be with them, but they will always tell you, they will always communicate with you. You will always know where this person is and what they're doing, not because there is this controlling aspect, but because this person will ring you up and say, hey, I'm at this place, you know, hey, do you want me to get some pizza for tonight? Hey, you know, I'm feeling a little bit upset because I found this puppy in the park and now I'm at the vet. Could you come and pick me up, or should I come and pick you up? Like, that's the kind of vibe I'm getting here. It's not at all mean or bad intentioned. It's like this person's heart is so big that it's going to radiate over a lot of their faults, you know. For example, if you are a person that really enjoys having a partner that looks like a model, this is not your person, okay? This person just looks very human. They look very touchable, very approachable. As I said, they may be a little bit overweight. They may have a very funny smile, like the way in which they smile is very unique. Their teeth could look very unique as well. Like they have, maybe their molars are sticking out, or there's just something really interesting about their mouth. For an example, I would say, look at Bruce Willis, right? Bruce Willis in the whole Die Hard series, he just has such a trademark smile. It's the Bruce Willis smile, right? Almost like a Mona Lisa action man smile. I don't know how to put it into words, but check it out and you'll know what I'm talking about. So an individual that will bring you a lot of peace, is very friendly, very sociable, very talkative, yeah. A person that is not going to come into your life just by themselves, but they will bring a whole network, a whole slew of relatives into your life. A person that enjoys reading, may really enjoy like spending time at home with you while you guys are reading together in bed, and you have like all sorts of pets around you, right? A cat or a dog that they rescued. So it's kind of like having this feeling of a family already. You will feel very closely connected to this person from the beginning. And I also see that this individual with the sentinel vibe is quite determined. So this is not somebody that's going to love you and leave you. They attach themselves very strongly to the person that they love, and breaking up can really like destroy them for months. You know, they are this kind of person that is going to find it very hard to get over you, if they spend time with you, if they got attached to you, they've got like a really, really big heart, you know, and you're gonna feel like the worst kind of person trying to break up with them, especially if they haven't done anything against you. You know how sometimes you just feel like you want to break up with somebody because you're not happy. They aren't doing anything bad. It's just that you're not, it's like you want something different, you know. They haven't cheated on you, they're not insulting you. Sometimes you just want to separate. Sometimes you may just want to go through a period of your life in which you don't see anybody. You're very hermit-like, you know. Things like this happen. You're not a bad person that if you want that. And, you know, sometimes we go through these periods. It's important to know what you want and to act on it. But I'm here to let you know that if you go through such a period, it's going to be really heartbreaking for this individual to see you go. I don't see that you guys are going to have a bad breakup as the outcome of this connection. So let me put it very clearly, because Mercury is retrograde and I can be easily misunderstood. With positivity, with Leo, I see that you guys are going to form a family from the beginning. This person is going to feel so familiar. They're going to feel protective and anchored to make you feel safe enough to begin a family with them. Yeah? And again, great communication between the two of you from the beginning. With the marigold, yeah, the marigold, this is a lot about optimism. Like, you're going to come to this person and say, I want to do this. What do you think? And this person, I think most of the time you're going to hear a yes from them, like a really enthusiastic yes. For example, you may go to them and say, I'm thinking of painting the walls lavender. What do you think? Yes, let me help you out. You know, I'm thinking of going on a holiday. Do you want to come with me? Yes, let's go on a holiday. I'm thinking of adopting a cat. What do you think? Yes, I'll bring my cats as well, you know? So you're going to have like an actual partner in the connection with this person. And I'm going to end the reading here. Thank you kindly for listening. I hope this helps you. I hope you can manifest it. Remember, it's not all doom and gloom and fated events. You also have a saying in the creation of your life. You have free will, you have imagination, you have a mind, yeah? And if you are a little bit in control of your mind, and if you creatively visualize, you stand a good chance of actually bringing this person into reality if you enjoyed what you heard here today. Okay, so happy manifesting. Thank you for listening. I'm giving you a lot of love, and I'll see you in my next one. Ciao. Hey group 2, welcome to your pick a card reading. We are going to explore the details of your next romantic relationship. And this is for those of you who are drawn to this rough citrine crystal. So I can already tell that this is a person who is going to be quite confident. They will have a very calm sense of self-assuredness. It's like, I've got this, I know, you know, relationships don't scare me. They're going to be very smooth from the first moment when you meet them. They're going to know what to say to put you at ease. They're going to have a little bit of a swag. They're going to crack some jokes to make you feel relaxed. They're going to put themselves in the best possible light without seeming arrogant. So this person has a very good, well-functioning solar plexus. And I feel like you're going to be like very charmed from the moment when you meet this person. You're going to be like, okay, who is this tall glass of water, you know? Let's see right now what the cards have to say as well. So how is this person as their character? Oh, you may be dealing with a Sagittarius, because we have here the Archer, and the keywords are biding your time, planning ahead. Gorgeous. So it's like this person sees you. They know exactly how you fit into their lives. They're not going to share this with you. They will have a plan. It's like, I'm going to marry you, you know, or I'm going to travel with you, or you're going to be my best friend with benefits, or something of that nature. And you're going, like, this person will drop hints and clues related to the role that they have decided for you in their lives. It's not negative, so don't think that this person is gonna manipulate you. It's just that if they have Sagittarius energy, this person kind of has a goal, and it's launching it like you launch an arrow towards a certain direction to slowly achieve in the future. Yeah, so They enthusiastically will spend time getting to know you initially by being friendly with you, by being optimistic, by building you up, by being like your greatest pep talker, you know, telling you that you can do no wrong, that you've got this babe, you've got this boo, I'm by your side. If you need anything, call me, I'll help you, we can talk things over, I'll give you ideas, I'll give you solutions. I think that this person will also be into some casual sexing at the beginning, yeah? So they may be like, sure, if you want me to give you pleasure, I can do that, you know, no problem, I'd be happy to. But it won't be anything like set in stone from the beginning. It's not like you meet with the purpose of getting married and you sign the marriage contract 2 weeks after and everything is gonna be like organized, like it's some sort of arranged marriage situation, you know? These kind of situations also always make me kind of real. But coming back to this connection, I think this person is gonna chew gum. I don't know why, but I feel the need to like, my jaw is moving almost like chewing gum. Either you're chewing gum while you're watching this, or your person is gonna chew a lot of gum. Your person is very particular about their breath not smelling. That's what I'm hearing. So they're gonna be very minty, you know? Like they may drink a lot of mint tea or chew spearmint gum. And I feel like this individual is also very well built. Very athletic. They love to move their body. I feel that if this person has a 9 to 5 in a corporation during the week, they jump on a bike, or they take a bus or a train, or they have their own car and they drive someplace in nature. They pitch a tent and they spend their weekend night in nature, surrounded by, I don't know, the sounds of the mountain and the leaves and the wind. They have this kind of wild side, you know, like a wild nature girl, wild nature boy. And they really enjoy wild creatures. They really enjoy campfires, safaris, trekking in outdoors. They may enjoy like ice climbing, you know, climbing of any nature is good. In their view, you know, even climbing you is gonna feel amazing. So yeah, be careful. You're dealing here with, and I'm joking when I'm saying be careful, of course. You're dealing here with a real mountain man or mountain girl, you know, like a lumberjack type. This person could feel a little bit blunt and rough around the edges, but they are also gonna be really funny. Like they're gonna create humor out of the most unexpected situations. I also see here with fire sign energy, the chameleon. Yeah, so you're definitely going to be in a connection with a fire sign who may have some Pisces energy. So this could be, for example, a Sagittarius Sun, Sagittarius Moon, Pisces Sun, or Pisces Moon, yeah? So I see very strongly here an individual that can be quite profound, spiritual, drawn to the study of religion. They may have also studied in high school, or they may have gone to a specific like Catholic high school or preparatory high school in certain spiritual sciences. This person is drawn to the occult. They are drawn to old books, ancient artifacts that are connected to magic. This person may have more books than they have clothes at home, or more interesting family heirlooms and artifacts that they collected from their travels. This person may not have a TV. They don't really care about the trappings of luxury and comfort. They're just kind of like a get up and go kind of individual, and they live in the moment, and they like to gather small trinkets from their experiences. But they're a wonderful partner if you want to travel with them. They have this energy of what could go wrong, you know, what are you afraid of? Come on, let's just go on this adventure. Let's have some fun. Let's explore, yeah? And I think that you guys may need this in your lives when you meet this person. Now, other traits, let's see the tarot cards. I have here the 5 of crystals, the ladybug, and the keywords are persistence, new possibilities, yeah? So a person that, first of all, is going to bring you good luck, yeah? Sagittarians, usually when they enter into a person's life, they bring them a lot of good luck and popularity. Yeah, it's like, I've seen this over and over again in my personal life as well. I was married with a man that was an Aquarius, but he had a Sagittarius stellium, and he was just ridiculously lucky, right? And he helped me a lot with my own kind of understanding of life and the law of abundance. Now, I also have here the Page of Shells. And the keywords are intuition and inspiration. This person has a very profound connection to a higher power, and they're going to tell you right from the beginning. You may even notice it, like they may carry a crucifix or a medallion that is indicative of their faith. They could have like bracelets from their travels. Maybe they went to an ashram, or they traveled to a temple, or they took part in some sort of pilgrimage and they have like a tattoo or a symbol on their body. They could be part of a spiritual sisterhood or brotherhood. They may have grown up in a cult and they managed to escape it, and now they're teaching people about the perils of that cult. This is an individual that could have had some near-death experiences, and that's when they changed their ways from being a wild child to kind of calming down a little bit and being a bit more self-protective. But you're definitely dealing here with a person that knows about tarot, astrology, is not intimidated by this, does not make fun of spiritual people, but actually some of their best friends could be spiritual people. I also have here the Queen of Feathers, perception and truth. This person is very much awake at nighttime and very sleepy throughout the day. Like a bat, this individual could be quite pale as well. They could have like some fascinating incisors, like for example, the canines, right? So they could have that little vampire smile or vampire teeth. I feel like their bone structure is very prominent. This person could have very clear blue eyes or green eyes and long hair. And their hair could be maybe arranged in some sort of tribal way, like they could have a tribal hairstyle, and maybe tattoos and piercings and all sorts of like faith-related symbols that tell the story of their development, their travels, and their it's kind of like this person wears their spiritual values, right? This person is very clear from the onset that they are this individual that cannot be kept into boring, self-determined life circumstances. So yeah, fascinating individual. It's very spontaneous, very creative. You never know what you're going to get with this person. So if you're an individual that gets bored easily in a connection, this is the man for you. And I'm saying man because I see here the King of Crystals, we see the tiger, and it says here courage and commitment. This person will tell you right from the bat what they want from you, right? Like, even though, as I said, even though they may have a plan, like when you meet them, this person could be looking for a spouse. It's like, I'm done chasing around all sorts of people. I want a partner. I want somebody who has my back. I want to rely on somebody. So even though they have this idea at the back of their mind, they're not going to tell you that they have a long-term plan or that they wish to have something, because they understand that life is changeable, right? And you can't make communist 5-year plans in terms of love. I mean, you could, but you're going to end up flat on your face, disappointed. So this person is going to tell you from the beginning, look, I want you, you're very hot, we can give each other pleasure, I can be your friend, whatever. And they're going to keep that long-term thing in the back burner. And gradually, as you guys become friendlier, and as this person sees that you are somebody that they can rely upon, that you are a person that doesn't block them or deletes their number if you guys had an argument, because this person kind of enjoys from time to time to have political or religious discussions with you. They may engage you in a passionate debate about something that's important to them. You could talk to them about being a vegan, animal rights protections, maybe even this whole debate around, should we have children, should we not have children, is it good for the earth, is it not good for the earth, is having a child an ego project, so on and so forth. So you may have discussions in which you are allowed to disagree with this person, and this person wants to see if you can actually have an argument without destroying the connection. Yeah. So that's going to be a step up in maturity for both of you. And once this person sees that they can talk to you, that you're not going to run away, that's when they will tell you gradually, look, I knew from the beginning that I wanted something more serious with you, but I just needed to warm up to you, And I have here 2 cards that show the outcome of your connection. And we have here 22, Wisdom, the Bay Leaf. Yeah. And we have Leo energy, and we have the Tarot deck. And we also have the book, yeah? This person could be an author. They could be a technological nomad, yeah? They could be a researcher that teaches during the week in academia, and at weekends or during school holidays, they travel and they have adventures, and they may even go and conduct research in places like, the savannah, the African savannah, or the safari, or they could go to India. They could go to, I don't know, all sorts of fascinating faraway places. To me, India is far away because I live in Europe. But no matter where on earth this person is, they could, for example, take trips in interests of research or science, like how teams are being deployed to Antarctica to study the ecosystem there. This person could work as part of a team of people that are concerned about the climate. They could be part of organizations such as Greenpeace, I feel like they have this very strong fighter instinct, like they fight for what they believe in. And they also look quite hot doing it. I feel like if this person is in some way part of an organization or teaching as a side job, everybody loves them. They're like, oh my God, that teacher is so hot, we're like, and they, for example, they could be teaching something like environmental sciences, geography, history, tourism, something of that nature. So something that has to do with maybe even religion as well, religion, spiritual studies, paranormal psychology, something of that nature. Like they're combining a desire to explore the world and know the world and be part of the world with a connection with the divine, with religion, with spirituality, with that age-old question, who are we and where do we come from? And is there something above us, around us, in the world beyond the veil? Yeah. Bay leaf is incredibly protective. You usually put it around the household to bless and sanctify the space and to keep away mice. So I see very clearly that this person, and yeah, I see pomegranate over here. This person is going to be so tempting to you. Yeah. You're going to feel a little bit obsessed with this individual. The pomegranate is a symbol of connecting with the underworld, because this is the fruit that Hades, the god of the underworld, also known as Pluto in Roman mythology, he used some pomegranate seeds and gave them to his wife, Cora Persephone, to eat so that he would keep her bound to him. So yeah, you could even have like some sort of blood oath with this person, right? I don't know what you guys are going to be into. I hope it's safe. I hope you're not going to harm each other. But yeah, you could go to that extremities. Like for example, what comes to mind at the moment as a cultural reference is Mariana Abramovich and Uli or Ulf, I think that was his name. They were big artists in the 70s and the 80s, and they were pushing the boundaries of performance art. And is it Mariana or Marina? Marina Abramovich, sorry about that, I butchered her name. She wrote a wonderful book called Against All Borders, Against All Frontiers, and it's about her life. And she is a Sagittarius sun with Saturn and Leo, and the love of her life, her twin flame, was also a Sagittarius sun. And together they had like a phenomenally productive artistic period. They didn't end up living together or having love and marriage and a baby carriage, but they were a phenomenal couple in terms of how productive they were with their artistic output, because that's the whole purpose of twin flames. They come together, it's a really passionate meeting of the minds, and they produce something for the whole world to remember them by. So it could be a twin flame connection. I'm already getting I'm getting quite warmed up, even though I have my air conditioning on. But as I was speaking about this twin flame, like my this side of the body, which is the masculine side, started heating up. So yeah, most likely this is your male twin flame, your counterpart. Okay, so good luck meeting your male twin flame, especially if you're a female, but you could also be a male drawn to other males. Yeah, and I'm going to end the reading here because I don't know what else to say. Thank you kindly for listening. I hope this helped, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Hi, Group 3. Hello, darlings. Let's find out the details of your next romantic relationship. So this is for those of you who are drawn to the Lepidolite palm stone. I can see that this individual that you will be drawn towards and who will be drawn towards you as well, they're a little bit difficult to get to know initially. They may hold a lot of things inside. They could have like a very symmetrical but expressionless face. Like they seem very calm on the surface, but you are guessing that there is more than meets the eye with this individual. They're like an iceberg, and you're wanting to crack the code to get to know them. So you're dealing here with somebody who is a bit of a hidden depths kind of individual, a person that you don't know exactly who they are from the first meeting. They will gradually reveal themselves to you. They will gradually unravel. This is also a person who may have a lazy eye or could be wearing glasses. There is something significant about their eye. Maybe they have like a jagged eyebrow or no eyebrows, or they had some sort, I'm even hearing they may have an eye infection when you meet them. Like one of the eyes could be infected, or something happened like conjunctivitis, or they had a workplace accident. It could be that you may meet this person at the doctor's or in some sort of healthcare related setup. Maybe while you're at a well-being course, or even as you go to the optometrist, you know, maybe you go to change your glasses or to do an eye checkup, and you meet this person, you strike up a conversation in the lobby, or as you guys are waiting for the doctor to take you in. Now, all of this being said, let's see more about this person's character, because they are mysterious and I want to give you as many details as I can. So, whoa, yeah, talk about mysterious. We have here the alchemist. Whoa. And the keywords are balance, invention, and destruction. Solve et coagula. This person has been through a lot in their life. That's why they are a little bit reserved. They hold back from expressing themselves, because I think they grew up in an environment in which, like for example, they didn't have a happy childhood. For them, family is control and punishment and pain rather than something that they look forward to having. They could have wanted to express themselves, but they were somehow, I'm hearing, beaten down, ridiculed, made to feel less worthy than. And this person built up a lot of walls of defense and protectiveness, you know. And I think that they may go through periods in their life where they build something up and then they go through self-sabotage, you know. They destroy it, for example, or they can't find the energy to keep maintaining what they have created. So it could be that they leave their people very quickly. It could be that they leave a course of study that they began, or if they begin a job in a couple of months, they leave it because they just feel like, you know, the job is better enough than they are. Like they don't fit there. Like they have these moments of low self-esteem, depression and low self-esteem, you know, due to certain things that were placed in their mind. The cogs were aligned improperly because of the interaction with the people around them. But nonetheless, I feel like this person managed to get out of whatever circumstances they found themselves. Like if this is a person that grew up in the ghetto, now they live in a better neighborhood. If this is an individual that was very poor, through education, they managed to get out of that environment, and they're not completely where they want to be when you meet them, but they need somebody that believes in them, that just accepts them for who they are at that moment in time in order to really reach their full potential. Yeah. I definitely see that this individual could have some Capricorn or Scorpio or Taurus energy. And they are masters at learning how to take something painful and transform it into something positive, because that's what the alchemist's job was, to transform materials, to take pure basic materials and transform them into precious metals. Yeah. So this person knows how to take the little that they have and maximize it. They're good with investments, they're good with saving up money, they're good with being grateful for everything that life has given them. But they sometimes are very tough on themselves, and that's why they end up missing opportunities, or not acting in their best interest, or kind of maintaining relationships with people that they should have long ago said goodbye to. Yeah. Okay, so let's see right now. We also have here the air energy, the owl. Yeah, this person can go through periods in which they're very chatty and talkative, and then all of a sudden you don't hear from them for a month or two. That's because they are going through a depressive episode, yeah? So it's like you will have a moon-like energy with them. Sometimes they wax and sometimes they wane. Sometimes the tide is high and sometimes the tide is low with them. They could have a moon in Capricorn, for example, which is a very heavy placement to have because a moon ruled by Saturn depresses you constantly. So you always have to find the inner resources to rise again and feel again and be present in people's lives and overcome tough, painful situations. This person hasn't been appropriately nurtured, so they retreat sometimes in order to build up their energy. They feel like they can only give so much to people. But I feel like what this person needs is unconditional acceptance. And I feel like in the right environment, with the right communication and understanding, they are going to blossom and surprise themselves and everybody around them with their strength, you know. They can really transform. And all they need is a little bit of encouragement, some warmth, some understanding, you know, some acceptance as well. Like this person has been heavily criticized and judged throughout their life. And that's why they're such a judge, like a cruel judge with themselves. And they need to see that kindness is possible. They need to see that there's no need to put so much pressure on themselves, that they can just exist. They don't always have to produce or be at their best game. I also have here the 8 of Shells, and the keywords are quest and renewal. I see here as well the 6 of Shells, and the keywords are sentiment and joy. The author. I have here the Magician as well, and the keywords are willpower and creation. And I can see here the 10 of Feathers, recovery and transformation. Yeah, this person could be recovering from a drug addiction, an alcohol addiction, food addiction, porn addiction, whatever it was that they used to cope with the pain, right? Of not being loved and accepted enough, or being given enough nurturing and attention from their parents, especially their mother. I'm hearing that this person really struggles with their mother figure. But with the 6 of Shells, it's like you guys know each other from a past life. And when you meet, it's like the duty, the bond of responsibility that you have towards each other gets activated. So you will feel instantly like, I know you can help me and I'm going to help you. I know that there is something that I owe you, and I know that you owe something to me. That's what defines a karmic relationship, this inner knowing of, hey, we've been through something in a past life and our souls did something to each other. And now it's kind of like I have this responsibility to see you through, yeah? So you're going to meet this person when you may be going through something difficult. They are trying to recover, and coming together is going to help put you both back on your specific destined pathway. And this person will help you as well to understand how you can transform a negative emotion into something that you can use, something that can give you hope, energy, optimism, and love, yeah? The Magician, yeah? He has this power, this willpower. And the 10 of Feathers and the 8 of Shells, it seems like both of you may have been in very painful connections in which you didn't want to walk away, but you had to for your own safety, from a partner that could have treated you very poorly. And you guys may suffer from trust issues at the beginning of this connection. This is a very real connection. I feel like you guys are coming together to heal each other. You may have personal planets touching each other's Chiron or North Node. Like, for example, Venus conjunct the other person's Chiron, or Mars conjunct the other person's North Node. So it's like amplified growth and a very soft sense of healing, of I understand you, you know, I know where you came from. I also have been through difficult things. Let's change what we know, the pain that is so familiar to us. Let's change it into beauty, pleasure, communication, softness, yeah? Because you both have been through difficult circumstances. And right now with the snake here, what you guys need is no longer to keep opening up old wounds and betraying each other or being betrayed by other people. What you guys need is softness, just like this jellyfish, you know how jellyfish are hard when they are on dry land, and then as soon as you put them into the water, sorry, not jellyfish, starfish, as soon as you put them into the water, they kind of become flexible. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting here. You guys have been hardened by life's difficulties, and you're going to be made to feel flexible and adaptable again. Yeah. And I have here 2 cards that show me the outcome of your connection. And if you hear something in the background, I do apologize. I have 3 cats and they are using their toilet. You know, they have to do that. It's not up to me to stop them. It's healthy for them to do that. But exactly as my cat is using the toilet and cleansing themselves, that's what you guys are going to be doing as well. You're going to be purging basically the shitty people and the shitty love stories that you had up until this point in your life. Like, coming together will be like energetic cleansing, right? You're letting go of all the muck. You're cutting all those nasty energetic cords that plugged you into, or you were plugged into by other people that were draining you of life. And together you're coming to kind of enhance your aura, heal yourself psychologically, learn about trusting, learn about how you can support your partner and be supported by your partner as well. So you're learning about creating peace, maintaining your sense of self-esteem while not overlooking the other person's needs as well. You're learning about give and take and not just selfishness or selfish defensive protection. So it's going to be a bit of a journey, okay? This may not be the most comfortable of connections, but it's gonna be so deeply significant. Yes, Sol. She likes to tell me that she has been to the toilet. So again, communication is going to be really important. Like, tell this person if something triggers you, tell this person if something hurts you. I feel like they're going to do the same. Like, if they see that you are willing to be vulnerable and to trust them and to work at this connection, this person is going to open up and blossom in a way in which it may shock you and everybody around them. Yeah. So it's like this person has been on top of such a vast reserve of power and strength, but they were not allowed to be themselves. And they just need the fuse of true love in order to kind of explode into who they really are meant to be. And then it's kind of like you're going to see this person like moving and shaking and creating all sorts of circumstances that are benefic, right? And I see here as well wholeness with the black mulberry, and we see here Aquarius, yeah, and also the fish, yeah. So this person could have some Aquarius and Pisces placements. Aquarius is a highly intelligent sign, and Aquarians, they basically go through shocks in life and trauma that helps them understand the limits of their mind, and the trauma or the traumatic events break through those limits so that they can rise one level up and transform the trauma into teaching, a sort of healing way, a sort of healing communication that helps other people as well. So you guys could be public speakers or teachers or coaches or mentors together after you come into each other's life. Sorry, my dirty mind, in more ways than one, yeah. But yeah, as you come into each other's lives, you heal one another, and then you take that private work and you may create courses for people or may inspire other people to go out there and keep loving in spite of the trauma that they have been through in love so far. And I'm going to end the reading here. I hope this helped. I know it may not sound like the most picture perfect connection, but I am reading the cards as I see them. I'm not giving you a glossy Hollywood kind of story, because that would be just lying to you. As you guys know, I'm keeping it truthful as the cards are showing me. And I know that you may be thinking, I don't want to manifest a painful connection, but the key undertaking of this whole reading is that what has been up to the point of this connection has been painful, but as you come together with this person, you're learning to heal it. You're learning to transform this energy. Okay? So I hope this helps. Yeah, you and your alchemist. Thank you kindly for listening, and I cannot wait to see you in my next one. Bye. Hey group 4, hello my loves. Welcome to a pick a card reading in which I'll help you find out the details of your next romantic relationship, especially the type of person you will be dating next. So I see here with rose quartz, I'm also hearing like, why did I say dating? Because I don't think you'll be dating this person. It's like you'll be from the beginning in a connection with them. Like, you know what you want, you're looking for your person also knows what they want, And the moment when you meet, there's going to be like a mutual understanding. It's like, yeah, let's make this happen. So it's fascinating because I guess that you guys could actually suffer from a case of love at first sight. Yeah, you were drawn to the rose quartz, and this is the stone of love that promotes harmony and peaceful emotions. So I feel like you're going to fall in love with this person very quickly, and it will be mutual. This individual is very refined, quite sensitive. They're empathetic, they understand human emotions, they're emotionally intelligent. This person could also be quite artistic as well. They may enjoy painting. They may be very good at interior decorations. This individual really likes to style themselves in a specific way that looks beautiful and harmonious. They may enjoy pastel colors or soft undertones. I'm getting a very strong Libra, Taurus, Pisces energy. In certain cases, this could also be Aquarius, yeah. This person has an extensive collection of rings and very beautiful looking jewelry, and they really love perfumes as well. So keeping this in mind, let's see right now more about this individual. First of all, how they are as personality. And I see here the weaver, rediscovery and transition. This is an individual that loves to build bridges rather than tear them down. They could be working in a profession that sees them as the mediator, the negotiator, the parent-teacher counselor, you know. This is a person that could also be a lawyer, may work in the justice field. A person that really likes to negotiate things, is very in control of their feelings, is aware of the emotional intention of people. This person may have some very powerful planets in the 4th house, such as Sun, Venus, maybe even Saturn to a certain extent. This individual doesn't like loudness, rudeness, or like bad smelling things. You're dealing here with a person with very beautiful hands as well, a person that really enjoys good clothing, like made of really nice materials. They would rather spend their money on a good coat, well-made coat from a very good organic material, than to buy polyester things off of Temu, you know, or something like that. Like for this person, quality is more important than quantity. Some people may have called them a snob at a certain point in their life. I feel like this person, even as a teenager, would rather spend their allowance money on going to see an art gallery or renting foreign films, because this person really enjoys foreign languages and likes unique things that are very beautiful, that make them think. So yeah, maybe people have called this person like a weirdo, an elitist, a snob, but in reality they just like beautiful things. They just are fascinated by beauty, by expanding their mind, by thinking differently about things. Like they really love thought-provoking paintings and sculptures and performance art. They may go frequently to the opera or to the theater, you know. Like the dying arts in society are the ones that really fascinate them. It's so funny. This person reminds me a little bit of me when I was a teenager. Now, we also have here the wolf. Yeah. Although this person comes from a very stable, solid family, I'm hearing that they could have brothers or sisters, but they're a little bit detached. They are not really upset with their family members, but they are keeping things very detached, very formal, very cordial. This is a person that, for example, may struggle to be very relaxed around his parents. There could be some sort of decorum around every time they meet. Like, for example, they could go and see their parents every Sunday for dinner or lunch. And there's a certain protocol, a certain ritual that the family has. Everybody dresses up, you know. This person could come from a wealthier kind of family as well. One of my cats is on the balcony and I close the door because I have the AC, and she keeps kind of like pushing against the door even though she has a way to get through the window into the room. So it could be that this person may be quite stubborn. They may butt their head against an obstacle. They could have an Aries or a Taurus ascendant. And this individual comes across as very beautiful and a lot of people like them, but they could be very much my way or the highway in a personal connection. Yeah, it's like they think that they know better. That's going to be a fault in their personality. So in spite of the fact that they are well educated, well mannered and stylish and come from a good solid family, there is this sense of detachment and of being a little bit too dominant in personal connections, a bit too dogmatic. It's like there is an established way of doing things and we need to follow that. There can be no deviation from the rule. So this person is not very creative. And that's why they like art and artists, because they themselves struggle to be so loose and free and open-minded most of the time. But they are very loyal, they are quite traditional, and they are very focused on getting those things that society tells them that they need to get. Like this is a conformist more than a rebel or a wild child. Now, let's see the details of the tarot cards. So we have here the wheel, change and possibility. So the wheel is about Sagittarius energy. And Sagittarius energy, I don't know why, it's Sunday. It's Sunday at lunchtime and my neighbor just decided to hammer things, you know? Just like that, just because they feel like it. Yeah. Talk about selfishness and people just not really respecting boundaries. Yeah, so this person could give you a piece of what really bothers them from time to time, you know, like they could go on rants related to the political situation in the country or the migrants or whatever cause they feel like is improperly treated. The octopus also talks about some strange loss of boundary between the two of you and a desire for excess. Like I think because this person comes from a well-off family, they may give you luxury gifts and you could feel like, whoa, these gifts are a bit inappropriate at this stage of our relationship. Like they give you a diamond bracelet 2 days after they met you and you're like, what? You know, so there could be some eyebrow raising situations that take place between the two of you, and you may need to calmly tell this person, like, I don't know what kind of relationships you had before, but I don't know if this is appropriate at this point in time, right? I see here as well with the Tower, you're dealing here with a very masculine individual, a person that really appreciates masculinity, enjoys looking masculine, may dress in a masculine way, accepts the authority of men. And the chameleon here, it's interesting because the chameleon appeared in previous readings as well. I see here with release and revelation, this person is very good in the bedroom, and this is part of the way in which they hold power over a partner, the fact that they can give you a lot of physical pleasure, a lot of orgasms, but yeah, there's just this feeling that they could switch up on you when you least expect it. So yeah, this is kind of a pick and mix kind of character, but who knows, maybe this is the kind of partner you need to keep you a little bit on your toes, not too comfy, but still provide you with luxury and with a refined, elegant treatment. We have here the Ace of Shells. This person will make you happy. We have here happiness and abundance, especially from a material point of view. You will have everything you need, like expensive food and expensive dates and expensive gifts. But I see here with the Five of Acorns, yeah, communicating with this person will be a challenge. You may frequently have arguments, yeah. And the keywords are challenge and growth. Your communication styles could be crossed. You could have incompatible Mercury placements, like your Mercury is in Leo and his Mercury or her Mercury would be in Pisces. And you just don't see eye to eye on a lot of issues. And you may find it irritating when this person begins to sit on their soapbox and pontificate about what they think society should do, or the president should do, or the government should do. And you may roll your eyes, you know. So there will be some issues there with communication that you guys may need to finesse. But the good part is that you will have no problems with the physical compatibility. I feel like you guys are going to give each other a lot of physical pleasure. Sparks will fly in the bedroom. I feel like this person, you can easily trust them. From the beginning, you're going to trust them. They are who they say they are. They are not going to tell you something and then the next day you wake up and you find out this person is actually a con artist. No. And they are a person that is like refined and good looking and has a stable job. So they do bring a lot of plus points into the connection, right? And obviously this should never be the reason why you love somebody, but it makes you feel more relaxed, especially if you are somebody that has safety or trust issues. These kind of contextual aspects make you feel like, okay, maybe I can relax into this connection and this person is not a bloody axe murderer. But there will be these moments that you will find a little bit weird, in which this person is gonna be like, no, I am right and you are wrong, you know? So yeah, this person's ego is a little bit dialed up, you know, potentially as part of their upbringing. And you may need sometimes to be concessionary, or to just let it go, or to just say, you know what, we agree to disagree and that's it. You know, we just have different opinions on religion and politics and, I don't know, literature and other things. Yeah, I'm hearing that you guys could even quarrel because you like the opposing teams in a specific game. Like, let's say you like baseball, you're gonna like the team that his team fights against, you know? So that's gonna be a boon of contention. You're not gonna support the same team. You may even be of different political wow. Okay, calm down. I will give you lunch after this. My stomach is just like, okay, enough talking. I need to go and eat my salad right now. But before I do that, you're just gonna have to be patient, okay? It's like a monster. It's like I have a gremlin in my belly. Jesus. Anyway, coming back to what I was saying before I was rudely interrupted by my biology, I see that this individual is going to help you understand that you can be in a connection with somebody that you disagree with on a mental level, but you find other things to be compatible with, you know? Like, do you want to be right or do you want to be happy? Because I can see that this person will make you happy, but you just gotta allow them to have their own crazy opinions. The interesting part is that this person is not going to act on their crazy, extremist, weird opinions. They're just going to have them because it gives them safety. Like, this person could be a MAGA supporter, you could be a fierce liberal, and you're just completely arguing all the time over politics. But at the end of the day, you still go to your job. This person still goes to their job and they have a really good job. You still are great in bed, you know, you still kiss and everything is really good compatibility wise. And you know, so what's the point, you know? So I think this connection is going to humble you in understanding that you will never find the perfect partner that fits all of the requirements. And I think that's important for you because I think you may have a list of what you want in a partner. And I think that life is giving you this octopus energy to help you understand that sometimes it's not what you want, but it's what you need that you're going to get. If that makes sense, yeah. At the same time, I feel that this person will have certain core characteristics that you find really attractive. It's just you're going to have to open your mind and learn about tolerance and accepting the other person as they are, not as you want them to be. The only issue is that this person will struggle to accept you too. So that's where you guys need to do the work. And yeah, because look, the outcome of your connection, the whip. Literally, the whip. Number 11, and I see here some Scottish thistle, so maybe this person will have some Scottish roots or is Scottish. And I see here the tomato, love. So this is a true love connection, but it will drive you a little bit crazy because of these tensions between the two of you, this difference in opinions. And what's going to happen is that you may resolve these differences of opinion in the bedroom through some, yeah, exactly what you see here with whips and chains and all sorts of like handcuffs. So you may take it out on each other physically, and by giving each other physical pleasure, it's kind of like you find a weird compromise to accept each other's different mentalities, right? It's like this person has a stubborn argument with you, and then you're like, that's it, enough. And you're going to kind of like tear each other's clothes off and have some really intense BDSM coupling. And afterwards, as you're both satisfied and there was a moment of relief and you feel relaxed, you're going to start laughing about how silly your opinions are. That is one way in which this energy could play out. But yeah, you could even get pregnant or adopt a child with this person, because I see here Mama tomato, Papa tomato, and baby tomato. Just like in the joke, you know, what Mama Tomato and Papa Tomato were walking down the street and Baby Tomato was left suddenly behind. And then all of a sudden, Papa Tomato turns around and just stomps his feet and says, "Catch up." It's a really bad joke. It's one of the few jokes I know. I'm terrible at saying jokes as a Pisces, but yeah, I hope you will never say this joke to anyone else. Okay, thank you kindly for listening. I'm not going to keep you too long. I hope to see you in my next one. If you want to get in touch with me for a personal reading, I am open to those. And I will see you guys in the next one. Who knows if you're still here, because you may be very busy with your partner. I hope so. So, see you next time. Bye.